And that's the way I was for years. But then, about 20 years ago, when I was learning a Arizal from these subjects of reincarnation, and I learned that, I said, what? I don't want to be reincarnated in water. Now, you think it's a joke? It sounds like, very... That's what the Arizal writes. And I can show you many other things that he writes. And if you believe in the Arizal in this, you believe him in this. You can't play around. The same Arizal writes it. Why? Because you need a tikkun for shahakol niya b'dvaro. Because you were lenient to shahakol niya b'dvaro. So the tikkun is that you need someone to make a bracha shahakol niya b'dvaro when you drink water. So hence the Arizal says, your neshama will be reincarnated into water. It's metaphysical. What do we understand about reincarnation? That's not the point. But all I'm saying is that Rebbe says here, you have to know what the einish is. So I'm telling you, I'm sharing with you a practical, in my life, something that made an impact. Am I perfect? No, but I'm much better. Because that's what the Arizal says. So you either wash or you do that, or don't eat it. Now, a real chassid and a real, a real litvak, a real fruma yid, let's put it simply, has the yira shamayim to explore the halacha, discuss it with a rav if he doesn't have an answer, and then live that way. But there are times when, we're not calling the rabbi and the rav, and we don't know, and it's a mitzvah, like it says, and you step on it with your heel. So that's why the Frierdiker Rebbe says here that when you give musar, you must inform the person who you're giving musar what the einish, what the punishment for that particular act that he or she are doing, what the punishment for that is. They should be informed, and then let them decide. That's what he says here. Now again, does that mean to say you have to go and put it on a big sign and announce it? No. Remember what he said, that to embarrass a person is the worst thing. So we're not talking about chas v'sholom embarrassing. We're talking about but in private. And I think if you think about it, you'll remember from your own life those times when we spoke to someone and in a loving way. Okay, I use the word loving way, with concern. And we say, do you realize what you're doing? Realize what you're doing. What's the difference saying, Sender, to someone, look, if you abuse alcohol, you're going to be an alcoholic. You abuse drugs, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference? That we're comfortable saying to someone. But we're uncomfortable saying to someone who's a good friend of ours, if you abuse not coming to a minyan, it makes an impact on your neshama and your family, and it's not good. It's setting a very bad pattern for your family, your children, and also for you spiritually. The halach is you should have one minyan. So that kind of, we're sometimes like fearful of saying and touching, and and if you're a hypocrite, then you have no business saying it. That's for sure. Well, there's a practical answer and there's a philosophical answer.
No, it's not talking like Jewish. Because if you see someone doing something wrong, it's like if you see someone smoking a cigarette, maybe they won't accept it as well.
Okay, you know what? He's going to talk about, what were you saying, Aviv?
I think that's the point. They're not going to accept it.
Exactly.
If you're smoking a cigarette, you can't have smoke. You might as well not say it.
Say, listen, I'm stupid.
No. Well, let's see. The Rebbe is going to tackle your issue maybe the next year, but he is going to talk about that. And I think you'll have what to think about. Aviv is saying, practically, it just, it's not going to work. You're smoking a cigarette and you're talking to them about not smoking. I mean, could you see it working?
But for a mature person, like for example, talking during davening, someone's talking during davening, and saying Talmud speaks about talking publicly, that you shouldn't talk during davening. For a mature person, he's right.
No,
he doesn't do
right.
It, right.
No, because that person you mean a person who's constantly talking during davening?
What I'm just saying, in general, something about Yiddishkeit that I appreciated when I was becoming
Yeah.
is this is I came to my own realization. It could be wrong. Is that hypocrisy doesn't exist in the Yiddishkeit. That you could trade all week and keep Shabbos and vice versa. You understand?
It,
Like people would say to me, like, you know, well, you don't do this. Why do you do that? You know.
you know, we're going off. I mean, I think every one of us has something to say about your issue. It's not. If I had to respond to you, I would say it's not. The way I see it, it's not as straightforward as the way you're presenting it. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy causes the person on the other side not to want to listen to you and doesn't feel good about it. So what Aviv was saying, I think, is put yourself in the shoes, put yourself in the shoes of the person listening to you telling him about smoking, and it doesn't add up. What you're saying is that you, the smoker, admits I'm doing wrong and I can't help myself, and I'm suggesting to you, don't go down my road. I can hear that from you, where you're coming from. But we're talking about, what about with a person who you're giving it to? I don't think he can hear that. He doesn't get it. It doesn't resonate, and only makes him more upset and distance himself from you, i.e. he looks at you as a hypocrite. And he walks away saying, you know...
I think that is a very secular mentality, that response.
I'm not sure.
Because
Okay.
as a Chassid or
A Jew.
You should receive criticism as
No,
lovingly.
right, but the criticism, the way he says it here.
How you give it.
Yeah,
If
have you...
criticism is given to you in a proper, loving way, you can receive
Exactly.
it. If it's given to you in a harsh way, where the person is giving it to you because who knows? There's tons of reasons why. You know, if someone is giving you some type of musa for love, then you can accept it.
Right, but Zachariah,
If he's giving it that way, then he can't accept it.
but Zachariah, he's not. I think he agrees with that. What he's saying, tell me, what David is saying is that even if he's doing the violation, he's still in a position of giving the criticism to the
I
person.
believe that too. Even if he's giving criticism, but even if he's guilty of the same thing, but if he gives it to the person with love, then I think the person would makabel, would receive it.